Where do we start with this one? It's been about a week since the server merge / server evolution took place, and there is a lot to talk about. Let's get to it. So now that we've merged all these servers down into 2 servers here in North America, we have quite a bit of an adventure going on. So now that it's been about a week, I definitely have some comments, specifically around content. And then we'll also get to the other announcements, which some people say they saw coming, but also some new content coming. So we'll get to that in the second half of this video. So let's talk about the server merge, what's been going on, and then what the next steps are here. So as I said before, it's been about a week. So we've had a couple content nights since the actual merge came up last Saturday. The merge started last Thursday, if everybody's keeping track. So they definitely solved the problem around people doing content. There is a lot of people. This is a double-edged sword. Now you have like 500 people showing up between the 3 different factions, and it's even with a really powerful PC, you can't render everything just because the game engine can't handle it. So all of a sudden it's just a horde of people, right? So it's good and bad. It makes it really entertaining, but I'm hoping maybe this will go down a little bit. I mean, I love all the people. There's very little actually getting done. Like, no one's actually winning when it comes to like doing the content. But if you like PvP, there's a ton of PvP going on. So from that perspective, it's great. Now, I think some of that is you have a lot of people doing that because a lot of the other things they might want to do, they can't do because a lot of the systems haven't restarted yet. So the land rush is going to start on the 13th, which will be on Saturday, at a very specific time, and I'll post those details here. I want to say it was about 3 p.m. Eastern, but again, I'll post that. But it's going to be a land rush. But what that'll bring is what people will, that kind of our secret potatoes will want to go and, work on their land, decorate their houses, and do all those tasks. As well as what's not going on is you have no heroes. So without any heroes, all those mechanics aren't working. So the castles, etc. So you don't have that going on, other activities in the game. People will do, but Gamigo to the rescue. They also announced both the Fresh Start server, which will take place on the 25th, but they also announced the Archeage, we'll go with Archeage invasion, and this is going to bring in the gunslinger skill tree, which is really cool. If you've been following along the Chronicles quests, which is Shift L, if you follow the storyline around Morpheus and Rangora, you've seen through, which are arguably not great story, but the story that's actually there about how firearms have worked their way into the world of Aranor, right? So we're at that precipice. The quest line kind of was a cliffhanger to the firearms working its way into the game. So here we are. So that's going to be launching on the 25th with pre-order starting on the 12th. Now, I have a feeling, I haven't seen a lot of it, but this is going to be another point of controversy to the folks that say, oh, Gamigo said, you buy one, you pay once, you can play forever. And you can, in the sense the base game, you can still play perfectly fine. But if you want access to the new expansion, the new class, there is a buy-in, right? So it's, and I'm focusing specifically on Unchained, and I'll put that here. We're focused on basically $16, $30, and $60, and there's some, add-ins in those different packages. They all give you access to the new content, the new class, but they include things like costumes and things of that nature, what we've normally seen. So that's cool. I don't think the price, I mean, I've had some debates with some folks I play with. They're like, oh my God, I don't want to pay for it. I guess for me, I don't really see that as a big deal. I'm well conditioned to paying for expansions, for like World of Warcraft, going back to EverQuest, all those different MMOs, very traditional. I was paying a monthly access fee, and then I was buying the expansions, right? So I don't see that as a big deal. Specifically, I look at it as you look at the time invested for entertainment dollar, right? If I spend X amount of dollars, how much entertainment I'm pulling out of it. If I look at $16 and it gives me X number of hours, that's a great value compared to other things I could be doing, right? So I don't have an issue with that. Looking through here, they don't have any detailed like patch notes yet from the American side. We do have access to the Korean ones, but they've been wrong before, so I want to hold off kind of sharing and walking through those. I'll do that probably in the next video, probably the next week, since we're about 15 days from the launch here, about what's going to be in there. I'm expecting there's going to be some buffs around two-handed weapons. There's going to be some changes to CR and GR. If you've kind of seen the pattern, they've buffed some of the world bosses. If you look at, there's new versions of Jolamane and Glenn. There's new versions of Morpheus and Rangora. I would expect you're going to see the same thing on those bosses. I don't know if it's going to be exactly the same. They're going to change how they work. I've seen a couple different things, but expect that as well. I don't really want to comment on anything else, but that's the kind of the big thing coming, right? The new class is going to change the meta, which I'm always excited about, because otherwise, things can get a little bit stale. And it's also going to, I think, be a severe change to the player balance. So we'll see how that looks. But let's bring this back home about, the result of the server merger. So I would say so far, there's been very few glitches. I haven't any queues or anything. Obviously when they have these huge amount of people together, things have gotten a little laggy. Some people have complained about crashes. I've had a couple that I think are pretty much that I've never had before, that I think are pretty much engine related. They're crash the desktop, music or sound effects will keep playing a little bit, pops the desktop, I can load right back in, and I think that might just be for the engine itself is overwhelmed. No other instability problems on my side, and I know people are having similar issues. There's definitely people that even with optimizations and other things turned on, they're definitely struggling. So I definitely have some sympathy for them. But unfortunately, in a PvP game, you don't want to tell people to turn down, how many people they're rendering, because it makes it harder to know what's going on. So if you can find a video card or other parts to upgrade your computer, it might be a great opportunity, great excuse to upgrade your computer. But I will say good luck. But for the rest of this month, what I'll tell you is you have till the 16th to claim I've experienced the server evolution free gift from the Glyph store. They're also running weekly, I think through the end of March, they're running weekly giveaways of various things, of little packs that include like diligence coins, Gilda coins, some potions and other odds and ends. So make sure you're going on the Glyph store and claiming those. They're also doing a giveaway on a mount, which they did before on I think there was the Hedgehog or whatever it was. It's basically the first one's free. Every other additional roll is 250-ish credits, and you get a random item. The rare chance is the mount. Otherwise, you can get like serendipity shards or a bound language proficiency or a bound expansion scroll or things of that nature. I'll put that up here too. So definitely, I would say for the next month, keep an eye on the the Glyph store. Which, when I say that, I mean the login via the website and look on the store there. Things you can buy with credits. I wouldn't be shocked if there also is another credit sale as well. And they had just run one, but I'm fully expecting they're going to run another one. And the reason I say that is specifically, and I don't want to touch this without using my 10-foot pole. With the fresh start server, they're looking to entice the whales. So a good way to do that is, to make some credits very cheap to go ahead and get started on yet another fresh start server. I've been asked, hey, you're going to start on the new fresh start server? Oh, I have no desire to do these things that I've, the grinding again, right? I'm happy with things how they are. I don't want to do them again. If I'm going to invest that kind of time, it's going to be in something else. My fun is where I'm at now. I don't find as much fun necessarily in some of the grinding perspective. I see that as a means to an end, not grinding for the sake of grinding. I know some people kind of dig into that, but I'm not one of those. So that's kind of our quick update around where, the 1 week later, I'll probably do another update next week. I definitely wanted to wait to make this video until I kind of saw what the fallout was going to be. But I'm saying I am mostly positive so far. It hasn't been, too much, too much bad blood or people being really toxic. I want to say so far so good. So that's so thumbs up for me, which is I'm frankly shocked it went so well. But if we look back, Gamigo and Excel have history. They've merged many servers before, so I guess they've gotten pretty good at it and the different iterations, right, from going back to legacy. So if anybody that's merged into Miramis, look forward to seeing you guys online. I know I've run into a number of you guys. It was very cool meeting everybody in game, but expect probably another few updates as we get closer to the new release, the new patch, because I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of stuff to cover. And as soon as the land rush is done and we can get our farmhands back down, I know there's been a bunch of requested updates around trading. So I'm going to try to put together a pretty comprehensive video around how the trades work with your farmhand pet. But what I'll tell everybody is definitely level up your pet there, because you get it, you get it right. You can get some nice passive gold income for not a lot of effort, which is a big win all around. So good luck. I'll see everybody online. Thanks, everybody.